We felt it was very important that the rally be not a motorcycle rally held in Morgantown, but Morgantown's motorcycle rally. So we tried to gear everything to appeal to the local resident as well as the visitor that we were trying to attract to town. So we centralized some activities in the downtown area that we felt would appeal to the motorcyclists and appeal to the local residents. We had music, food, vendors, other forms of entertainment at the Riverfront Park area in Morgantown.
And then in the downtown area, I mean, that's where a lot of your bigger hotels are, Radisson and whatnot. We set up down there at the amphitheater and down on Main Street, and we thought that area made sense for people spending the evening in the hotels at night, and we wanted to promote the downtown area as well. I mean, you got two venues that are pretty much outside of the Morgantown area. We definitely wanted to draw the people into town for the business people.
Taken all together, I think it was a very good thing for the local residents. They were able to take advantage of the rally along with our visitors.
Mama, you know you ain't treat me right.
Just something nice that they're actually having here in town. Wanted to be part of, wanted to see the other bikes, be out with the other people, kind of enjoy ourselves. We've been to other towns, Johnstown, things around like that, you know, we get to see their town, so it's about time something come to Morgantown that, you know, everybody else could enjoy.
I'd go wide with it, 300 back tire, bought everything off of different parts distributors, Mid-USA, Ultima Motors, around 127 cubic inch motor. We had it dynoed a few weeks ago, and it's about 120 horse right now. And just something different, something custom, and it's just kind of what I came up with.
You're breaking my heart, woman. Girl, you know you ain't treating me right. You're breaking my heart.
Hours has nothing on
Well, the parade I think was really cool. I'd never seen a motorcycle parade before. I don't think a lot of the residents that showed up had seen a motorcycle parade before. Morgantown is a parade town. There are a lot of parades, and they're used to bands and fire engines and political candidates and such. So this was a little different. The attendance was absolutely fantastic, as high an attendance for a parade as any parade we have during the year here in Morgantown.
The next tail car come down, then I got to get the flag peg down, and then after that the governor's going to follow them, and then the Clydesdales, and then we pretty much got to line everybody up coming after that.
Hey, you want to hear a story?
Yeah.
Dig this, I'm at the top of High Street. I'd snaked all around through town. I wanted to see the parade, you know? And so like I'd left the Radisson, and like knowing Morgantown like I do on a motorcycle, I took all these, snaked around all these through parking lots and alleys and came right there at the top of High Street in front of the bank. The Clydesdales are waiting to make their turn, and there's a few cops about from here to that rack away from me, and I'm right by the front guys on motorcycles, and I turned to this one guy, and he's not looking at me. I tapped him on the shoulder, and I said, hey, the governor's supposed to be somewhere up here in the front of the line. And he says, I'm the governor.
This may be done. I have one more question for you before you run off. Hello? I'm up top of
The morning of the parade, I knew that the governor was going to be here. I knew that he was on a very tight schedule. He was very gracious to actually come. I had the privilege of carrying the MountainFest flag, which I made. I felt like Betsy Ross when I sewed it back for our press announcement. But I had the privilege of riding in the parade behind the governor, and when we were lining up, I knew I was going to get to talk to the governor, so I brought a copy of 101 Motorcycles to present to him. And I asked him if he would mind riding down to the Radisson right after the parade so I could show him around the Concours d'Elegance. And he was gracious enough to do so. And I think it was quite an honor to see the fruits of our effort in trying to bring a first-class, world-class event to Morgantown. And I'm really glad that we had the honor of him attending and appreciating some of our really hard work. And he liked the book, so it makes me feel good.
I ride. I have a 1999 Road King Classic, and my wife Gail and I ride, and she enjoys very much. And we've been mostly all over the country on our bike. Motorcycle in general brings out a tremendous group of quality of people, professionals. Just in the Harley owners group, there's over 900,000 people that belong. Average age is 47 years. Average income is over $80,000. They spend over $200 a day when they travel. It's a tremendous sport where people really go out and it's a camaraderie, they have a good time. They do most of all charity work. They're always doing rides and events for charity. It basically showcases. Everybody wants to come to West Virginia, and we bring people, give them a reason to be here, and they see the beauty of our state. They keep coming back. And when they come back, they bring economy with them. They spend money, which helps all of our businesses. It's all about jobs.
Leftover biscuits, leftover ham, leftover gravy in that whole frying pan. Leftover coffee, leftover tea. Now I'm all over, she done leftover me. I asked my wife if I could go out with the boys. 2 little hard healthies over at Jimmy Roy's. She said, okay, hun, but you know that I don't care. But I forgot to tell her it's booked. Leftover biscuits, leftover ham, leftover gravy in that whole frying pan. Leftover coffee, leftover tea. Now I'm all on, but she done.
The parade was kind of awesome, you know. I mean, I rode through with one of our sponsors, and you know, just to see the people along the street kind of gave you that those goosebumps and the hair standing up on the back of your neck. It was just exciting, electrifying, you know.
I was amazed when I saw the looks on people's faces when the parade was actually over. Just everybody had a smile on their face, and it was just a really, really interesting event. We had a few entries at the beginning, and then the motorcycles started, and I don't know how long they went, but I would say in the neighborhood of 20 minutes probably. And I just kept wondering when is it going to end, and they just kept coming and coming, and it was really, really interesting.
Coffee, leftover tea. Now I'm all on, she done leftover me.
MountainFest, so far this year, what I've noticed are the riders that have come in from out of state are great. They can't wait to get up and talk to us and tell us about how much they like the way things are laid out at MountainFest.
Leftover coffee, leftover tea. Now I'm all on, but she done leftover me.
I think primarily the best part of West Virginia is the rural routes. I've had people come from all over the world to go motorcycle riding with me and all over the United States, and even people that have come here several times never ever have enough of the mountains, the views, the sceneries, the windy roads, the abundance of wildlife that you see, the slow pace, the kindness of the people that they meet along the way, and the hospitality that West Virginians show to people.
Tom asked me, since I'm a volunteer member with the old bike committee, he said, would you like to captain a road ride? And I said, sure, I know some good roads around here. I love riding the roads around here. I think everybody else should too. My friends that come from somewhere else, and I show them the local roads, they're left going, good boy, that's like skill level 9 stuff compared to where I am at home. And I go to their place, and it's still urban, and there's manhole covers everywhere. I can't stand it.
I brought my 1973 Norton. You know, it's not too often you get a chance to get together with people that have older motorcycles.
Well, this is the first time I've done this. I'm here with my husband, and he's riding a 57 Harley Sportster. And as I say, it's the first time, so it's all new to me. I'm looking forward to the ride.
You know, I don't know how spoiled I am until I go somewhere else. And my first bike was a little Triumph 250 in 1970. And, well, you don't go very far on too many interstates with that sort of bike. So I found out all the small county roads, and then I moved up to a 650 Triumph, and then I started finding all the other 2-lane roads and staying away from the interstates. I think the ride ought to be, you know, going down the US 50, because that's a great series of hairpins turns, and it's an old road, runs all the way from DC to somewhere way out west. They say it's the 3rd best motorcycling road. I think it was 3rd. I like to think 1st.
You got a Daytona, or you got a Myrtle Beach. They have a beach. They got the ocean. They got a draw. I mean, I think West Virginia has a draw in its own right, and I think it's the roads for motorcyclists. So if you have it all in one venue, everybody spends their whole day there. They don't get out, they don't ride the roads, they don't enjoy the atmosphere and the environment that we have here. You got a lot of folks who came up from the south, or at least they're used to riding on the flat, straight roads, and then this is a new experience for them. So if we can get them out on the roads, send them between a couple of different venues, they get to enjoy that part of it, I think that'll bring them back.
Well, my passion for motorcycles goes back to I was 5 years old. My dad bought me my first pack mule, and I've never been without a motorcycle since. For Mother's Day on our first anniversary 34 years ago, I bought my wife her first motorcycle, and to this day she still rides a Heritage Softail Classic about 10,000 miles a year.
The classic motorcycle ride, it worked out great. I lined up two chase vehicles, which is one chase vehicle more than most rides that I've seen. Nobody got into either one. There was no accidents. Nobody got into the chase vehicle, and that's a measure of success right there, I think. A couple of people seemed close, like, you know, they were almost on the tailgate of the chase vehicle, but wait a minute, they fixed it. And hey, they kept going and they finished off the ride. It worked really good. Worked really good. I say that's a measure of success in itself. Everybody said the roads were fantastic. And I was glad to lead a group of people whose eyes never seen what I get to see every time.